Hi, welcome fellow Clashers. This is the best ever from Clash of Clans. I am here to make some YouTube videos. My initial goal here is to show most of you the best ways to farm, in my opinion. Um, I will continue to make more YouTube videos. I will take into thought everyone's opinions and what you guys like the most. So I have no problem making series if that's what you guys enjoy. Um, I am currently in the clan Fall to Power. We are mainly a farming clan, but we also will do a trophy push coming up at the end of this month. So we're hoping to make it in to the top 200. I feel like we have enough players and good enough players to make it there, but we will see. Kind of a brief overlook of my base. You got maxed archer towers, max cannons, pretty much maxed everything. The Expos are on their way there. So are the Teslas. Then I'm going to do my clan castle. And then I will do my air defenses. And then I may do some walls. Haven't decided yet. But we will see how that goes. Um, I am going to be showing you a couple of my raids today. The first raid, I raided for about 700,000 resources in total. So kind of a brief overlook of this first raid. As you can see there, when I farm, I generally drop a couple barbarians just to chest and make sure that there are no traps or anything so that my giants and any other troops I drop in don't get blindsided and take them out early, so you pretty much have no chance of doing anything. So I generally drop a bunch of barbarians at the beginning just to take out as much as possible, and then I just kind of try to overwhelm the base with giants. So as you can see here, I just kind of send my giants in, let them take out as many of the splash damage troops as defenses as possible, just because I use a ton of archers, and as everyone here knows, that splash damage will kill your archers in 1 or 2 shots, and that means you're probably not going to win the raid or get the resources that you came in. I do use healing spells. Those are the only spells I use right now when doing my farming. Only because they don't cost much, and you probably only need one each raid, sometimes two, depending on what you're doing. Um, so after my giants take care of most of the splash damage, as you can see here, I'm going to start sending in a bunch of my archers, just because they are pretty much unstoppable once you have single targeted defenses left, unless you run into a big bomb, which is never fun. So we're going to kind of let the Giants finish up there. There's only one mortar left, which could have became a pain in the butt, but it targeted onto my Giant, so that was pretty easy and quick. So we're just going to kind of finish up this raid here. It wasn't too complicated. They only had 2 areas to attack, so I only really had to break 2 or 3 walls. And then I'm going to speed it up so you guys don't have to get boring there. As you can see, got about 700,000 plus resources. The second raid here, the other base did not have a Barbarian King. This one did. So I do recommend always going in and taking out the Barbarian King or Archer Queen first, because if you don't, you're probably not going to win. So as you see, once again, I send in a bunch of Barbarians to clear away, and then I send in my wall breakers to get the wall down. This base only has level 7 walls, so not very hard to break through. You generally send in one wall breaker, it takes the walls down enough, and then takes 1 or 2 strikes from your giant to finish that wall off. So I use the same exact strategy on this base as I did the last base. Send in a bunch of barbarians, then I send in a bunch of giants, and then I will follow up with my archers. This base is also another great base for farming. As you can see, they're an inactive base, so most of their stuff is in their collectors, but they do have their collectors some on the inside of the wall, so that is why I'm pretty much taking out the entire base, just so I can make sure that I get to all the collectors and get as many resources as possible. My compensation for my troops are pretty easy to make. I just use wall breakers, giants, barbarians, and archers. Very cheap, very quick and easy. It takes me about 20 minutes to get everything done. So I think that's going to be, for the ground troops, that's going to probably be one of the best. I don't like goblins for some reason. A lot of people do, and I know they target resources only, but they seem to die too quick for me, and they run way too fast past the giants, so the giants aren't really meant to do what I feel they're meant to do, and that is to be a meat shield. So as you can see here, I'm just finishing it up here. I got the Archer Queen down in the bottom, taking out that last wizard, taking out one of those wizard towers. I thought that Archer tower would take out the Archer Queen, but she targeted onto that instead of the army camp, so I got that taken out. And from there, it's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to get all the resources for this entire base. Wasn't too complicated because it was all in the collectors. If it wasn't all in the collectors, I may have not have gotten it all. And then from here, I'm going to eventually drop my Barbarian King just so I can make sure I get the last of that Dark Elixir, even though I don't really need it because I'm pretty much maxed out almost at 150,000 Dark Elixir just because 14 days is a long period of time to wait for those Teslas and for those level 3 Expos. So we're going to finish the raid up here. I'm going to use the Barbarian King with his Iron Fist and break through these defenses and then get this last Dark Elixir, and then I will be ending that from there. If you guys would leave a comment, I would appreciate every bit of it. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye.